Hello students, this is the part 4 of our chapter comparing quantities. In this part, first we will solve exercise 10a and 10b from R.S. Agrawal, and after that we will study about profit and loss. So first let us solve exercise 10a. So here we have the question, express each of the following as a ratio, and we have the following two parts, 43% and 7.5%. So let us solve each part one by one. So here we have to express the 43% in the form of ratio. So we can write 43% as is equals to 43 by 100. So this is the form of fraction, but we have to write in the form of ratio. So the ratio form is 43 is to 100. In the same way, let us solve the next part. So here we have to express 7.5% in the form of ratio. So 7.5% can be written as 7.5 divided by 100. Again, when the decimal point is shifted to the right by one position, then what we have 75 divided by 100 and one more zero. Now let us simplify it. So 25 3 times, 25 40 times. It is equals to 3 by 40, and in ratio form we can write it as 3 is to 40. So this is the required answer. The next question we have, find first 32% of 425 and second 6.5% of 400. So let us solve. So students, of means multiplication. So here we can write 32% of 425 is equals to 32%. In place of we can put multiplicative sign, then 425. Now 32% means 32 divided by 100 into 425. Now let us simplify it. So 5 20 times, 5 85 times. Now again 5 4 times, 5 1 17 times. Now 4 8 times 32. So here we have 8 into 17. It means 8 into 7, 6, carry 5, 8 1 times, 8 plus 5, 13, 136. So this is our required answer. Now let us see the next part. In the next part we have to find 6.5% of 400. So here again we can write 6.5% of 400 is equals to 6.5%. In place of we can put multiplicative sign into 400 equals to 6.5% can be written as 6.5 divided by 100 into 400. Now here we can write it as 65 divided by 1000 into 400. Now let us simplify. 2 0 and 2 0 cancel out. Now 2 5 times, 2 2 times, and 5 13 times. 13 into 2 is equals to 26. So this is our required answer. The next question we have, if 12.5% of x is 6, then find the value of x. So here in this question we have given 12.5% of x is 6. So given 12.5% of x is equals to 6. Now again of means multiplication. So we can write 12.5% into x is equals to 6. It implies that 12.5% can be written as 12.5 divided by 100 into x is equals to 6. Again it implies 125 divided by 1000 into x is equals to 6. Now 25 5 times, 125 and 25 40 times 1000. Again 5 8 times. So here it implies x is equals to 6 into 8, that is 48. So the required value of x is 48. Now let us see the next question. What percent is rupees 15 of rupees 120? We have to find how much percent is the rupees 15 of rupees 120. So here what we can write? We have to find 15 as what percent of rupees 120. So we can write it as rupees 15 is rupees 15 divided by rupees 120 into 100. Now let us simplify. So here what we have? 5 3 times 5, 2 24 times, again 3 8 times. So 1 upon 8 into 100%. 1 upon 8 into 100 is equals to 12.5%. Now let us see the next part. Here we have to find 36 minutes of 2 hours. So we can write 36 minutes is 36 minutes divided by 2 hours into 100%. So it implies that 36 minutes can be written as it is, and in 2 hours, you know, in 1 hour there are 60 minutes, so in 2 hours 2 into 60 minutes, okay, into 100%. Now 6 10 times, 6 6 times, 2 3 times. So what we have? 3 by 10 into 100%. So 10, 0 is cancelled out. So what we have? 3 into 10, that is 30%. So this is our required answer. Now let us solve exercise 10b. The first question we have: the monthly salary of a typist is rupees 15,625. If he gets an increase of 12%, find his new salary. So let us solve. So here, students, we have given that the monthly salary of a typist is rupees 15,625. The monthly salary of a typist is rupees 15,625. Now it is given in question that if he gets an increase of 12% on his monthly salary, then we can write increment in salary is equals to 12% into monthly salary. Now you know, it can be written as 12% into monthly salary is 15,625. 12% can be written as 12 by 100 into 15,625. Now let us simplify. So here 25 4 times 100 and 25 6 times 150 carry 6. Now 25 2 times 50, again 125, 25 5 times 125. Now 4 3 times 12. So 3 into 6 25 is equals to 3 5 times 15, 1 3 2 times 6 and 7 and 3 6 times 18. 1875 rupees. It means 1875 rupees is increased on his salary. Then what will be his new salary? His new salary is equals to monthly salary salary plus the increment, that is rupees 1875. So it can be written as rupees 15,625, that is monthly salary, plus rupees 1875. Now you add what we have, 75 and 25, 100, and what we have, rupees 17,500. So this is our required answer. It means the new salary of the typist is rupees 17,500. Now let us see the next question. The next question we have, 70% of the students in a school are boys and the number of girls is 504. Then find the number of boys in the school. So in this question it is given that out of the total number of students, 70% of the students are boys. And if 70% of the students are boys, it means the remaining percentage, that is 30% of the students are girls. Then we have to find the number of boys in the school. So let us see the solution. First, let the total number of students be x. It is given in question that 70% of the total students in a school are boys. Then we can find percentage of girls in school is equals to 100% minus percentage of boys. And percentage of boys is 70%. So here what we can write, 100% minus 70%. So it is equals to 30%. It means 30% of the students are girls. Now again it is given in question that number of girls is 504. It means we can write according to question, 30% of the total number of students, that is x, 30% of x is equals to 504, because it is given in question that number of girls is 504. Now let us solve it. So what we can write, 30 by 100 into x is equals to 504, which implies that x is equals to 504 into 100 divided by 30. Here 0 and 0 cancel out, and 3 1 times 3, 6 times 18, and 3 8 times 24. Okay, now 168 into 10 is equals to 1680. It means total number of students in the school is 1680. Total number of students is equals to 1680. Now we have to find number of boys in the school. So number of boys in school is equals to total number of students minus number of girls. So here total number of students is 1680 minus number of girls is 504. So let us subtract. Then what we get? 10 minus 4, 6. Here we have 7, and 15 minus 16 minus 5, 11. So the total number of boys is 1176. This is our required answer. In this question, it is given chalk contain 3% of carbon, 10% of calcium, and 12% of oxygen. Find the amount in grams of each of these substances in 1 kilogram of chalk. So here in this question, it is given that every chalk contains 3% of carbon, 10% of calcium, and 12% of oxygen. It means if there are 100 gram of chalk, then out of these 100 gram, 3% of this 100 gram is carbon. So 3% of 100 gram is 3 gram. It means 3 gram is carbon. 10% is calcium. So 10% of 100 gram is 10 gram. So 10 gram is calcium. And 12% of the chalk is oxygen. So 12% of 100 gram is 12 gram. So we can say 12 gram is oxygen. In the same way, we have to find the amount in grams of each of these substances in 1 kilogram of the chalk. So let us see the solution. So we can write amount of carbon in grams of 1 kilogram of chalk is equals to 3% into 1000 gram, because since 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 gram. So here what we have, 3 by 100 into 1000 gram, that is 30 gram. So we can say in 1 kilogram of the chalk, 30 gram is carbon. In the same way, find the amount of the calcium and oxygen. So amount of calcium in grams of 1 kilogram chalk is equals to percentage of the calcium, that is 10% into 1 kilogram means 1000 gram. Why? Since 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 gram. Okay, now let us solve. 10% can be written as 10 by 100 into 1000 gram. So here 2 0 are cancelled out. So what we have, 10 into 10, 100 gram. It means 100 gram is calcium out of the 1 kilogram of the chalk. Now let us calculate oxygen, amount of oxygen in grams. So amount of oxygen in grams of 1 kilogram chalk is equals to percentage of the oxygen, that is 12% into 1 kilogram, that is 1000 gram. So it can be written as 12 by 100 into 1000. Here 2 zeros are cancelled out. So what we have, 120 gram. It means out of the 1 kilogram of chalk, 120 gram is oxygen. So this is the required answer. 30 gram is carbon, 100 gram is calcium, and 120 gram is oxygen. Now let us move to next question. Here we have, in an election, there were two candidates, A and B. The total number of voters in this constituency was 60,000 and 80% of total votes were polled. If 60% of the polled votes were cast in favor of A, how many votes received by B? So here in this question it is given that in an election there are two candidates, A and B, and total number of voters are 60,000, but out of this 60,000 only 80% of total votes are polled. And out of this total votes, that is 80% of 60,000, 60% polled votes were in favor of A. Then we have to calculate how many votes received by the candidate B. Now let us see the solution. So first, It is given total number of voters is equals to 60,000. Total number of voters is equals to 60,000. Okay. Now, out of this 60,000, 80% of total votes were polled. So we can write total votes polled is equals to 80% of total voters. That is 80% into total number of voters is 60,000. Let us calculate it. 80 by 100 into 60,000. So here 2 zeros are cancelled out, and 8 into 6, 48, and 1, 2, 3 zeros. It means total number of polled votes are 48,000. Total number of polled votes is equals to 48,000. Now, again it is given in question that 60% of total polled votes were cast in favor of A. So, number of votes in favor of A is equals to 60% of total number of polled votes. That is 60% of polled votes. So it can be written as 60% into total number of polled votes are 48,000. Now let us simplify it. So 60% can be written as 60 by 100 into 48,000. So here 2 zeros are cancelled out. What we have? 6 into 8, 48, carry 4, 6 4 times, 24 plus 4, 28, 288 and double 0. It means 28,800 are the total votes in favor of A. Then how many votes received by B? Number of votes received by B is equals to total number of polled votes, total number of polled votes minus votes received by A. So we have total number of polled votes are 48,000. 48,000 minus votes in favor of A is 28,800. 28,800. So let us subtract. So what we have? 19,200. So this is the total number of votes received by B. Hence, it is our required answer. Now let us see next question. Again here we have Nikhil's income is 20% less than that of Akhil's. How much percent is Akhil's income more than that of Nikhil's? So let us see the solution. So let the Akhil's income be 100 rupees. Let Akhil's income be rupees 100. Okay. Now, according to question, Nikhil's income is 20% less than that of Akhil's. So we can write Nikhil's income is equals to Akhil's income minus 20% of Akhil's income. 20% of Akhil's income. Here we have supposed Akhil's income is rupees 100. So here we can write rupees 100 minus 20% of rupees 100. Now let us calculate rupees 100 minus 20 by 100 into 100. So here 100 and 100 cancel out. So what we have? Rupees 100 minus rupees 20. So it is equals to rupees 80. It means if Akhil's income is 100 rupees, then according to question, Nikhil's income is 80 rupees. Now we have to find how much percent is Akhil's income more than that of Nikhil's. So percentage of Akhil's income more than that of Nikhil's is equals to Akhil's income minus Nikhil's income divided by Nikhil's income into 100. So what we have? Akhil's income is rupees 100 minus Nikhil's income is rupees 80 divided by Nikhil's income is rupees 80 into 100%. So it implies that 100 minus 80, that is rupees 20 divided by rupees 80 into 100%. So here 20 4 times and 4 25 times 100. It means Akhil's income is 25% more than that of Nikhil's income. So this is our required answer. One more question from exercise 10b. We have the population of a town increases 10% annually. If its present population is 60,000, then what will be its population after 2 years? So let us see the solution. Here in this question, it is given that the population of town increases 10% every year. Then we have to calculate the population after 2 years if present population is 60,000. So here it is given that present population is equals to 60,000. So what will be the population after 1 year? Population after 1 year is equals to present population plus 10% of present population. So the present population is 60,000 plus 10% of 60,000. So here we have 60,000 plus 10%, 10 by 100 into 60,000. 100 and 20 cancel out. What we have equals to 60,000 plus 10 into 600, 6,000. So it is equals to 60,000 plus 6,000, that is 66,000. It means after 1 year the population will be 66,000. Now what will be the population after 2 years? So population after 2 years is equals to present population. Now the present population is 66,000 plus 10% of present population, that is 66,000. Now here we have 66,000 plus 10 by 100 into 66,000. So here two zeros are cancelled out. Now what we have? 66,000 plus 660 into 10, that is 6,600. Now let us add. So what we have? 00 and 6 and 6 12, carry 1 plus 6 7. So it means 72,600 will be the population after 2 years. Okay students, so this is the required answer for this particular question.